Right, guys, we're back for a second crack at adding and subtracting some like terms, right? It's part two of our algebra term, starting nice and simple, right? We're plussing, we're minusing, and all you have to remember is basically everything you were taught last lesson, that you can add and subtract like terms. And that means that the letters have to be the same, right? We can add and subtract letters when they are the same, all right? As long as they're the same, you can do stuff. All right, so here is an example. Actually, let's start with the easy one instead of the hard one. Here is an example of some letters being the same and some not being the same. Okay, and because they're going to get a bit more complicated today, we do recommend you write the thing out and you color code. Right, so I color code my letter A's red, and what comes after letter A? Is it B?
Yeah.
Yeah. After letter A comes letter B, right? So the B's go together, but the A's don't go with the B's, right? A's are different than B's. And then the only question is, how many A's do I have and how many B's do I have? So if I have 5 apples and I eat 2 apples, how many apples do I have, right? There's a minus in front of this one, so it's 5, take 2. So I have 3 apples. That's the first part of my answer. The next part of the question is asking how many bananas I have, right? So I have 6 bananas and I eat 4 bananas, right? 6 take away 4, right? Plus in front of this one, minus in front of that one. 6 take away 4 is 2. It's positive 2, so we say it's positive 2 bananas, right? That'll get you started for a start. All right, and we don't need to get scared either just because there are more letters in our work, right? This one has A's and B's and C's, right? Apples, bananas, and cucumbers. That doesn't matter. We just be methodical, focus on one thing at a time. So we underline all the A's, we'll put all the A's together, then we put all the B's together. Look at that. And then we put all the C's together, right? I'm just color coding it to show that these are the things I put together. They're the only things I can put together. So the question then is how many A's, how many B's, how many C's, right? As long as you're careful and do one letter at a time, right, you'll get the answer. And the answer isn't just one thing, right? Each letter gets its own part of the answer. So starting with the A's, I started with 7 apples and I eat 2, right? 7 take away 2. 5A is the first part of my answer. Then with the B's, I start with 9 B's and I take away 3 B's, right? The sign in front of the thing belongs to it, so it's 9 take away 3. That is 6 B's. And then with the C's, this is positive, and this is positive. I'm plussing, right? This is 6 C's plus 2 C's, right? So it's 8 cucumbers, right? There are A's in my answer and B's and C's. They don't go together because they're not like terms. They each get their own part, all right? So who cares how many letters there are? Just put the like terms together and you'll get an answer that looks something like this if necessary. All right, now we're jumping straight to the end of the alphabet. Don't be scared because it says X, Y, Z instead of A, B, C's, right? You guys have learnt your whole alphabet. Again, identify what can go together, right? I put the X's in red, put the Y's. Oh, there's a few of them in green, and we'll put the Z's in blue. And again, one thing at a time, one letter at a time. How many X's, how many Y's, how many Z's? So this is 2 X's. Because there's no number in front of this one, it's just 1. So we have 3X's, right? The numbers have changed, the letters stay the same. I put my Y's together. I've got 7, right? It's 4 plus 2 plus another 1. That makes 7Y. There were 3 groups of them. I just put them all together, right? We're making it simpler. And 4Z's plus 5Z's is 9Z's. All right, those are the kinds of things you're doing today. If you followed these examples, you'll have no problems. Get your colors out, be organized, and you'll be fine.